Be sure to subscribe, keep pounding, _TV, the best Panther YouTuber ever. I'm rocking with the big cat. Pause up. Keep pounding.
What's going on? Christian Miller here, linebacker of the Carolina Panthers. Just want to give a huge shout out to Keep Pounding TV. Keep doing what y'all are doing. Appreciate all y'all support. Everybody go subscribe right now to the YouTube channel, Keep Pounding TV. I'm rolling with the big cat.
Hey, everybody, I'm your host, Granny God, also known as the Big Cat. My cool cat, put your paws up. If you're rocking with the Big Cat today, we're going to talk about ProFootballFocus.com snubbing Derrick Brown as a top 10 defensive rookie of the year candidate. Is you dumb? We'll talk about it before we get started. Do you love the Carolina Panthers like I love the Carolina Panthers? Push, pull, dip, and rip. Do you love the Carolina Panthers like I love the Carolina Panthers? Defensive tackles joke. If you love the Carolina Panthers, give me that, dab. Wake up this morning, we're here to talk about the bullshit with ProFootballFocus.com snubbing Derrick Brown as a defensive rookie of the year candidate. Oh man, here we go. Let's get into it.
Here we go.
Before we get started, make sure you subscribe. Click that notification bell so you don't miss a video. Now, when it comes to ProFootballFocus.com, on May 8th, they released an article for top 10 defensive rookie of the year candidates. It had a lot of names on there, but it wasn't Derrick Brown at number 1, not number 2, not number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, or 10. Now, I want to say this, ProFootballFocus.com. I love you guys. I actually subscribe to your network, all right, because I like the research you guys do, like your analytics. It's cute. I mean, it definitely comes in handy when doing the research. But during this time of COVID-19, you know what I mean, I don't think it's wise to compound smoking crack to go along with COVID-19 symptoms. Is you dumb? Is you dumb? This guy has raw, natural power, his ability to penetrate gaps, his competitive toughness, his tackling ability, his flexibility for to be that big as a man. You got to give it to him. Now, again, I'm going to say this, and I said it once before. He needs some help when it comes to his pass rush techniques. I mean, he relies on his power a lot, and that's good when it comes to one-on-one blocking. It's going to command a double team. But he doesn't have an array of moves when it comes to dip, rip, spin, all that stuff. Is some stuff he needs to work on. But the sure power, the sure, let's say, his first step. If he beats you with that first step, you're gone. You're gone. I don't care who you are. I mean, my man is so strong, he deserves his own finishing move in Mortal Kombat. So the fact that you couldn't factor that in, that kind of makes me mad. We'll come back to DB in a minute. Let's look at the list real quick. I'm upset, y'all. I'm upset now. He does have some stuff to work on, but he doesn't deserve not to be a top 10 candidate. If you look up on your screen right here, you'll see, according to ProFootballFocus.com, number 10, they got Kenneth Murray for the Chargers, Jalen Johnson, Antonio Winfield Jr., McKinley, Grant Delp, Javion Kinlaw, Okuda 4, Patrick Queen 3rd, Isaiah Simmons 2nd, and Chase Young 1st. Now, already, man, I think these guys, they did their research, but after reading what they had to say about these players, a lot of their research was based off of individual success, you know what I mean? Individual performances, you know what I mean? Now, again, I'm under the mindset that you guys got to understand, it's not just about what you can do as an individual, it's also about the way you fit into your new organization. You guys forgot to factor that in. A lot of the stuff you had to say about these candidates was what they can do personally. Okay, but you got to understand, it's not about just the individual. Because you can be a hell of an individual, but if you go to a shitty team, they're keen on you. 5 guys are keen on you. 2 guys, 3 guys, whatever it may be, they'll be keen on you. So you're not going to see that same production. That's why it's important to factor in that in. So I'm not going to go over everybody's on name on this list, but we're going to go over a few of them. All right, so if you look at the bottom of your list, you got Xavier McKinley from the New York Giants. I can see him definitely being in the top 10. Okay, you're in a weak-ass division when it comes to NFC East, taking on the Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys, and even the Washington Redskins. No real threat there, especially with him being a versatile zone safety. Antonio Winfield Jr. at number 8. Come on, y'all. You know, I like Antonio Winfield Jr. I wish we would have got him here, but let's not act like it's not going to be a learning curve in the NFC South. Yeah, you're going up against DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson, Curtis Samuel. You're going up against Julio. You're going up against Calvin Ridley. You're going up against Hayden Hurst. You're going up against Jared Cook, Michael Thomas, Emmanuel Sanders. And you're telling me, even though he has elite ball skills, that he's going to come in here and have that same amount of production? I don't see it. Not to the point where he's a top 10 candidate. I think he'll get his. But definitely, man, I mean, you can't just sit here and plug him in and say he's a top 10 candidate right away. I definitely think he'll get his, though. If you look at number 10 on the screen right here, you'll see Jalen Johnson, a guy from Utah, who I honestly said he was going to be a sleeper of this draft. And I think, you know, you definitely can put him in the top 10, especially when you're going to the Chicago Bears. All right, when you got a front four up front like that, that's destructive, that's harassing. If those guys can stay healthy up front with Khalil Mack, you know what I mean? My man at defensive tackle, I forget his name. What's his name? But if they can stay healthy up front, they're going to cause so much havoc, so much pressure that I don't care who you got on the back end, they're going to eat. Especially at the cornerback spot. If you got a decent cornerback, and I think Jalen Johnson's a decent cornerback, he could work his way up in the top 10. Let's see who else we got up here. Now, Kinlaw as well. I'm going to tell you where I got him ranked. I'll tell y'all in a minute. I'm going to skip him. Let's see. Kuda, Patrick Queen, Isaiah Simmons. Now, let's go over my list for the top 5. You guys got it. I mean, you got to understand when you factor, you got to factor in how they fit in their current team. My top 5 is this right here. At number 5, I got, let's see, Jeff Okudah, man. Jeff Okudah's a hell of a damn cornerback. I think he's long, he's big, he's rangy, he's a shutdown cornerback. And not only is he a shutdown cornerback, I mean, the toughest opponent that you're going up against is the Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers. Oh, by the way, he doesn't really have a lot of weapons. And yes, again, like I said, he took a team with no weapons to the NFC Championship game. But how often is that going to happen? I think it finally, catches up to him again this year. And again, he's a stout cornerback. And Matt Patricia, you definitely believe they're going to use him, right? When it comes to the 4th best candidate, Derrick Brown. I already told you this guy, he's an inside terrorist. Yeah, he's on America's Most Top 10 Wanted. He's an inside terrorist. He's a short hand-to-hand combat and short yardage. I mean, I'm not worried about him running 40-yard dashes and all that other shit, but the immense power, the immense destruction that he has in a short amount of distance, I mean, it's devastating. I mean, this guy creates his own way. I mean, there's some things that he can polish himself up on, but you cannot ignore the fact. So he's my number 4. When it comes to 3rd best player for Defensive Rookie of the Year, I got to go to Chase Young. I got another one of these versatile guys. I mean, he's not the best stand-up defensive end. You know what I mean? You want to kind of keep his hand in the dirt. Again, he stands up, he pops up like a frog, so you can't wash that ass with crest. Number 2, I got to go with Kinlaw. All right, now the reason why I got to go with Kinlaw is this right here. He's going to a match made in heaven out there with San Francisco. I mean, even though they got rid of DeForest Buckner and went to the Colts, they're so loaded, man. I mean, geez, man, they're loaded. They're loaded already with veteran experience, and you put a guy who definitely needs some polishing on his pass rush as well, but a guy who's also very talented out there in the mix. He's gonna eat. He's gonna eat immediately, y'all. So he's my 2nd best candidate for Defensive Rookie of the Year. And when it comes to the number 1 candidate, I got Isaiah Simmons. Okay, I'm hearing that they're Vance Joseph and them out there not trying to necessarily use him as a safety, which I think is the smart thing to do. They're saying they're going to more so use him as a linebacker. Definitely fits well in that 3-4 defense. And I think they're going to, flash him. I think they're going to flash him around at safety as well, but that's not his priority number 1 spot that they're going to use him at. But I definitely see this guy. I mean, he has, the speed, he has the athleticism, he has the ranginess. And listen, it's going to be a treat to see him come back to Charlotte and see, did we make a mistake? We're going to find out early what this guy's about, but no doubt to me, he has the biggest upside out of everybody, and I got Chase Young at number 3. So we're going to talk about why I think Derrick Brown deserves to be on this list some more.
We coming for you, nigga!
So the biggest thing you guys overlook when it comes to Derrick Brown being a top 10 candidate for Defensive Rookie of the Year is that we got pieces in Carolina. We got edge rushers and Brian Burns. I mean, you got my man YGM. I think, and listen, according to USA Today, they actually have him over Derrick Brown when it comes to being Defensive Rookie of the Year. And I can see why. Because he plays with leverage. He has an array of moves. My man can play the run and the pass. He's very long, and he plays outside of his arm span, his wingspan. So I can see it, man. He's more so, how can I say, a little more polished than Derrick Brown. But I tell you this right here, man. With those pieces around him, and let's not forget a veteran President KK, who also 2 years ago was the best defensive tackle in the NFC South. That can help a little bit. So again, please make sure you factor in all the pieces around these guys before you honestly just say, well, he's not a top 10 candidate of the year. And again, I understand your reserve, I understand your hesitation. My man needs to work on his pad level at times. And again, Derrick Brown's not a guy that you want to leave in there on an extended drive. The longer the drive goes, them shoulders popping up. And that's for everybody. We're big men, you know what I mean? Hey, listen, I remember being in the game, you know what I mean? Being in the game on long drives. That's why it's important to get off the field on third downs, okay? You don't want your star player shit all up in the air. But he's one of those guys, the longer it goes on, you know what I mean, you don't see that production again. So, and this is why I say Matt Rule's a genius by bringing in Bravion Roy. You got my man Zach Kerr from Arizona. You got depth there. I mean, you're rotating guys in. You're keeping fresh bodies in there, so you don't have to put them through that. That's what a smart coach does, and exactly what Matt Rule did as well. Let's see what else. When it comes to his mental processing, sometimes he gets locked in. I tell you this, he's like an eager beaver. You know what I mean? It's not just about just flying upfield. Sometimes he ignore his keys because he's so quick in that first couple steps. He's so quick that he's ready just to fly upfield, and they take advantage of him, okay? Or he gets locked in on guards that are pulling or jet sweeps and stuff like that, going away from the actual action, and it can come back to haunt him, you know what I mean? It can come back to haunt him. So I got to tell you to just settle your mind down. You got the gift. You got the ability. It's not going to take you nothing to sit down and process what's going on, because you got the strength to fight. If you got to sit there, what I tell you at defensive tackle, what did I tell you guys a long time ago? What is your 3-step process, all right? Your first process is to pop, look in the backfield, disengage. Pop, look in the backfield, find out what the fuck's going on, disengage. And sometimes he skips a step. Sometimes he pops and he just flies up the field instead of just popping and stopping and see what's going on. That little step right there can cause you to be, you know, either elite or it can cause you to be okay, because you got the gift there. Just got to settle your mind down. So sometimes his mental processing when it comes to slowing his mind down can be a little bit of burden. Excuse me. And also, last but not least, let's talk about his motor. When this guy's hot, he's red hot. He comes with his own warning label. But I tell you this right here. Again, you know, as the drive goes on, he gets tired. I mean, it becomes he goes from an elite defensive tackle to just an average defensive tackle. And again, that's up to the coaches to throw fresh bodies in there. My main thing for him is this right here. All in all, my man is a devastating, destructive defensive tackle. He can make you pay in so many different ways, man. If you try to run at him, you just sign your own death certificate. What is it? DOA at, what is it? 2:27 a.m. in the morning. You're dead. So let's not play ourselves. ProFootballFocus.com. Y'all got cute there, but y'all definitely gave my man some added motivation here. I'm with DB, and I honestly think he will be a top 10 candidate. I got him at number 5. Where do you guys got him? I'm your host, Granny Gato, also known as the Big Cat. My cool cat, put the balls up. If you're rocking the Big Cat, where you got Derrick Brown as the top 10 defensive rookie of the year candidate? How do you feel about ProFootballFocusList.com? Get in the comment section. We'll talk about it. Let's get about it. Make sure you subscribe. If you're new to the channel, make sure you follow. Make sure you like. Let the church say, damn.
Be sure to check out On the Live Show Radio. Check out the latest Christian hip-hop / R&B. Be sure to also subscribe to the YouTube channel.
My cool cat.